ask any questions in general about spirituality. We just started. Should go with the lights off. Guess so, huh? If anyone has any questions about spirituality or in general, I'm answering questions about spirituality or in general. I just started this live. Yeah, I got an egg. And I got milk. Ask any questions. I just started this live. I just took a cold shower. I just took a 7-minute cold shower. Yeah, we've been going live. I just started going live a couple days ago. Soon, I got my first super chat. People just started donating money. People have been like super chatting me, I guess. Where do you work at, Stoic? Where do you work at, Stoic? Why do you hate eggs? Why do you hate eggs, noob Ronnie? I don't really like eggs either. But when I eat them raw, I like them way better when they're raw. Yeah, regular eggs, I don't really like them. Whose milk is it? It's raw milk. It's raw milk from the farm. And this is a duck egg. I got this from the farm too because they had it. What's going on, D4? What's going on, D4? I work for an import-export company in Australia. Okay. So did you just like work all day? Is it like a normal shift? Yeah. Yeah. Well, eggs are a lot better when you eat them like this. But I would get high quality eggs if I was gonna eat them like this. Well, which these are. We've been going live every day since I started a couple days ago. Ever eat the show? I was thinking about I've had quail eggs before, and quail eggs are really small. You get them at the Asian store basically, and you can definitely eat those. I don't know if I would eat those though, but you can definitely eat the quail eggs. I need to shake this a little more. The funny thing is I was just thinking about quail eggs yesterday. Like I was thinking about quail eggs and how you can eat them basically. But I don't know if I would. Not right now. Dogs will eat the shell of like a regular egg. If you give them a regular egg, which I have, you'll have to crack it open. I don't think they'll just like bite it. But if you crack it open and put like the eggshells in there, I think like the dog will just like he'll eat some of the eggshell. But I've probably like accidentally and so have you probably like ate eggshells. I mean, it's pretty common. You just might not want to eat the whole egg. You saw a guy eat 30 yesterday for protein in one sitting. Like he ate raw eggs, or was he eating cooked eggs? What's up, TJ? Why am I up so early? Because I feel like I have so much energy that I don't like. I'm not fully healed yet, but I feel like I don't even have to sleep. I feel like I don't have to sleep. In fact, I've been forcing myself to sleep. He ate 30 quail eggs. That's kind of crazy, man. That's kind of crazy. Quail eggs are like freaking little baby eggs, though. Hold on, I made a mess. Yeah, I just started going live like a couple days ago, and I plan on going live, a lot more, maybe like once a day. Next week, I'm going to be in a whole new location. I'm going to be with my friend, and it's going to be crazy. I just took a cold shower for like 7 minutes. I just started this, like, I just took a cold shower for 7 minutes. Quail, you were talking about, I only get about 5 hours of sleep. You get 5 hours of sleep a week. Yeah, the thing about eggs is like they don't have the protein they do have protein, but it's not the same as eating animal protein. So like you can eat as many eggs as you want. It's never going to replace like meat. Yeah, but I don't think I've had quail eggs other than like one time. Well, the live streams, no, they for some reason they just go automatically to the public, and I had all my videos planned out for like months on end. So it's about to be, it is September. I had months, I had so many videos, one a day, all the way since June, or even before that. June, July, August. Okay, so July, August, and June, I had videos every day. But like I had videos every day. But it got to a point where and I had shorts too. But then I was just like, I don't know. I just like decided I didn't want to do too many videos at once, basically. But as of recently, I've been doing 2 videos a day, because I just been adding one in the morning and one at night, basically. And so, but the thing is, I feel like it's messing with my algorithm now that I'm doing 2 videos a day, because I feel like my videos aren't getting that many views as they should. Not at all. But the lives were going straight to public, and I made them the private. And I am gonna drop the lives. I already have videos like lined up, so the lives, I don't know, unless I move some videos around. I just feel like it's messing with my algorithm and with my videos. And I am gonna drop the lives. Like I have them. They're just in private. I do, because everyone's been asking me for them. What are you impressed about? Gone in seconds. I don't believe you only sleep 5 hours a week. But I will drop the lives. I just don't know when, and I don't know what's up with my rhythm, my algorithm, because it seems like my YouTube shorts, my YouTube shorts have been doing super good, no problem. But it's my regular videos. I don't know what's been going on with them. Big taste difference between milk and raw milk. Yeah, it's raw. When I drink regular milk like punches me right in the stomach. If I drink regular milk, like as soon as I drink it, when I drink raw milk, you feel like a burst of energy. It tastes completely different. Yeah, it tastes completely different. And also when you drink it, you can like literally taste the cow. Like, you might not like it at first, but you'll taste the cow like eating its natural thing. Like you literally taste like a cow eating grass. Like literally. Oh shit. And the raw milk tastes better. It feels better, and it doesn't punch me in the stomach like the milk in the store does. I can still drink the milk in the store though, for sure, but this is just way better for you, the raw milk. Plus I add cream to this milk. This is actually cream, so I have raw cream in here too. Raw, and it makes it way fattier. So it's a lot of fat, which is good. Have I beaten any type of addiction? I guess my addiction to thoughts. I definitely beat addiction to thoughts. I don't really have thoughts. I don't have addiction. Like my biggest one, I mean, I don't really have lust. So I don't have lust. That's probably like the biggest one. Yeah, I don't really have lust anymore. And I don't like, I didn't really masturbate like too much, but you could say like I beat that too. But that really wasn't hard. I've had enough of the eggs for now. I ate about 2.5. Yeah, but I never really had like a crazy addiction. I almost kind of wish I did. Thanks everyone for joining. We're about to be like 20 minutes in. Bless you, you're intelligent, but watching your videos, kiddos. Thank you. How you say your name? Kira? Kira? Where are you from, Kira? Where are you from, and how do you say your name? Kira? I don't think I've ever... There was like one Kira back in like high school, but we never talked. And I think her name was spelled a little different. Thanks, I appreciate you subscribing. Have I tried goat's milk? Yeah, I've tried goat's milk a couple times. It's really expensive. So I'd just rather get cow's milk basically. But the goat's milk is good too. It has more of a crazy taste than regular cow's milk, raw. I like it. I mean, yeah. I think cow is like cow and goat probably like the most sustainable, the regular ones to get. There is like camel milk. There's like moose milk. But obviously you have to be around like moose to go get that, like in Alaska or somewhere cold as hell. Yeah, I've only had goat milk and I've only had cow milk raw. And goat milk is just, yeah, kind of raunchy in a way. Milk ain't really for us. Well, you should try raw milk if you can get a chance, Stoic. Recco asked, where do I get raw milk? They actually sell it in the store because I live in Pennsylvania. There's one store in my city. It's actually called the East End Co-op, which it's across America co-ops, but this one specifically they allow the sale of raw milk, which should be allowed anyway. I also have a farm I can go to, but I've been usually going to I've been going to the farm because because they have the cream, and the cream is like so good. Like once you get the cream is like, it's just like ice cream, but it's just like super fresh and way better. I haven't. You stopped drinking coffee? Stoic, you stopped drinking coffee? Yeah, you got addicted to drinking 3 liters a day. Yeah, the the guy on the farm, he's like a big husky guy. He's like a big husky farmer looking guy. And when I talked to him, he told me that he drinks a whole gallon a day. He drinks a whole gallon of milk a day. Well, obviously he's a bigger guy. I can like, I usually drink like half a gallon a day. If no, it's not bull milk. Do you want to do you want to talk about your addiction, Stoic? It's alright if you don't want to. I don't believe in God. I know he's real. So it's more than a belief, but you can say I believe in him. All of my most of my shorts are about God, but I guess you've never seen them. Kira. Yeah, pretty simple. Pretty cool name at the same time. Yeah, Rob Moore. Yeah. The milk that I drink is raw Jersey milk. I've never had sheep milk, and it is super expensive, yeah. The milk though, the milk that I get is like the best. Like it doesn't get any better than that. It's certified, like it's certified raw milk. It's online. It's part of like a whole organization basically. And it's local. But it's like it's the best. You can't really get any better milk than that. Yeah, I mean, some people can't, some people shouldn't drink milk. Very few people shouldn't drink milk. What? Why do you hate your life right now, Stoic? Yeah, I mean, yeah, drinking raw milk's really good, and you probably drink like half a gallon to a full gallon. It's pretty crazy. A woman that weighs less, she might drink like a quart to like a half a gallon a day. We just started this live. Well, we're 25 minutes in. If anyone has any spiritual questions or questions in general, let me know. I'm sorry you hate your life. Well, you can turn your life around and uh, you can turn your life around and love your life. I'm sorry about that. Addiction is just, you could have some physicality symptoms if it's like something that's very addictive, like like alcohol. If you've done it for a long time, that's usually like a real long time. But really, it's just all in the head. Like, yeah, you may have physical withdrawal symptoms on some like harder core stuff, but really, it's just all in the head. That's, people don't want to admit that, and no one can really intervene in that. People sometimes want to say God intervenes, but again, you have free will, and even if he did intervene, you're still gonna have to make a decision. You know what I mean? And once you stop, it's pretty easy. Like once you stop for a couple of days, and then a week, 2 weeks, addictions, you break the thought of thinking about it, and then you're just not thinking about it anymore, so it doesn't disturb you. The Ni I don't know how to say that. The Anunnaki basically come from underground. When the world resets, that's why all these people are building bunkers and stuff, because the aliens don't come from space. I'm not saying that there's different life forms, but they don't. There is like no aliens, and I have proof because there's a guy called Jason from Archaics, and he has researched hundreds, if not thousands, of books, and he's the realest guy on YouTube. But I don't watch all his videos either because there are a lot of numbers and they're way too descriptive, and it kind of doesn't matter. But he's definitely like the best guy for that. And the Anunnaki they're just humans. They're not aliens. There is no aliens. It's a lie. It's always been a lie. The aliens come from the Anunnaki, which are real, which are just like a advanced human being. They live underground. So basically, you could say that aliens live underground, but they're not really aliens. Yeah, all this stuff to say they want to confuse you and say the aliens come from space. Yeah, they're liars. They're all cold stone liars. They want to confuse you because they want to tell you that it comes from up, but they really come from down. They have like caverns. They have whole cities down there right below us, which kind of shocking, but it's not. It's kind of crazy too. That's a great question though. That's why there's so much like myth behind it, because they just don't want you to know, and that's why like they're like, oh, they come from space, but apparently it's not that. And Jason from Archaics, and he's he's very popular. He has done it. He's the only one that I know that has done his research on it. Like, you'll see when he talks. He has videos. You can subscribe to his online. He has his own website and everything. But the Nebra, he knows everything. Like he's really crazy. Yeah, Rob Moore, you're from South Africa. That's freaking awesome. Africa is probably a great place to be. Yeah, like in like America and Western Europe and Australia, like these first world countries or developed countries, it's funny because I don't know how to describe it, but the underdeveloped and the ones that they say that are not developed countries, like they say like South America in history class, they tell us South America is not developed. I don't know what they say about Africa, but they definitely say like a lot of places aren't developed. But it's funny because the undeveloped countries are the richest in life and spirituality, and they're definitely probably like the most healthiest. So it's kind of like reverse. Everything they tell us is basically reverse. Yeah, that's how evil works. they take the truth, because evil has to work off of something. So the devil, evil, they grab the truth and then they twist it. This is why the Bible, it's not inherently wrong, but they've twisted it and they made it confusing. They've taken out stuff, and they've done it pretty much for all religions. So they have to have a base. You always have to have a base, and the base is always God, zero, or we can say truth. And then the evil takes it after time, and they like, like a rag, they just change it and twist it. But South America and Alaska, these places that are underdeveloped, they say, and they don't have cities and all this stuff. They're more healthy spiritually, they're more happy. Yeah, it's kind of obvious, but we just don't learn about them. They're not even aliens though. That's the thing, is like they're just like regular people. They have advanced technology. They, like, when we get the stories of advanced technology, it's from them. Yeah, they have, yeah. Thank you. I appreciate that. Not Natus or Natus. Yeah, and I will post the lives. It's just like I have all of them. I have all of them. Yeah, well, it seems like Australia, it seems like they use that like as a guinea pig. Australia was like a guinea pig for like the COVID lockdowns, and they really like hammered it in on Australia, man. But then again, I don't know if what they say on like the internet and the news about Australia, if it was really that bad. Because the lockdowns on Australia, like, they made it seem like it was like really bad, which, not saying like it could have very well been. It's just hard to believe like anything they say. Yeah, I appreciate everybody coming in here. Yeah, that's crazy. Yeah, like $1 for a whole crate of milk is like ridiculous. Yeah, it's pretty much like if you can make money in America, it's cheaper to live like in a different country, like especially like Thailand. That's what a lot of people who work remotely, because you can stay, like, it's so cheap to stay in a country for a whole month for like $100. You can get a nice place in a different country like Thailand, and you just live there. I mean, you live there for so cheap, it's like ridiculous. And you're living health, and you're like it's living healthily. Everything's so cheap, and yeah, it's ridiculous. It's better to live in a different country, basically. Thanks. I appreciate you, Stoic, and I'm sorry about your addiction. Is it like a masturbation addiction, lust, video game? I don't think it'd be a video game though. Thailand, yeah, Thailand, Philippines, Indonesia. Those are all fantastic places to live and super cheap. Are you following end time signs? I don't. What do you mean by end time signs? Yeah. The world basically goes on like resets, and that's why like all these people go underground. Many reasons, but that's why you see all these people building bunkers underground, because again, that's where the Anunnaki live. And basically the world builds up and it gets real spiritual. We were just talking about this. And then once you get so high, basically you have to fall, and then the civilization falls, and then evil, like we're at like the pinnacle of evil right now. But it's you can see, you can just see, and it also can be felt. The world's changing. It already has. It happens slowly, but we were down and now we're rising again. So catalysms and all that stuff's gonna happen. The reset that they talk about, yeah, they know. The evil people know. They're just not spiritually involved. Like they're they're doing it for their own greed. They definitely know it's coming. Jason from Archaics talks about this. His whole channel is about the phoenix, which is a reset, which is a catalysm, basically like a big flood, but it's not like a flood that takes out the whole world. That's exaggerated. Yeah, the Book of Revelation. Yeah, I mean it's the Book of Revelation. Yeah, I mean it's right. It's just it's some of the stuff is like extorted. It's in a parable, so it can be confusing. It's not necessarily like as they say. And when we're living in reality, it's not, again, it's like, yeah, you watch a movie and you think like movie is reality if you ever like watch a movie, but it really is not like reality. It's just completely different. It's not necessarily that serious. But it doesn't mean that stuff's like not going to happen. It just might not happen on the grand scale of things. But yeah, it's right. It's definitely right. Yeah, I mean, Stoic, do you have, I guess you have like a high paying job? Yeah. Stoic, I guess you have like a high paying job, and I'm sorry about all that. I mean, maybe you can do like one a week, try to get one. Ask yourself why you're doing it. I mean, it's all right. Hey, it's better to laugh. Laughing, if you laugh, especially at yourself, that's one of the best qualities to have. In fact, like God, people think God has wrath. People think God is caring and loving, and He is all of these things. But I'm going to tell you, God loves to laugh. God loves to laugh. So when you laugh, as long as you're not making fun of somebody, laughing in a good manner, you are with God when you do laugh. Laughing is like the height. Laughing is the height of spirituality, other than like enlightenment itself. Basically, I've always been happy, pretty much my whole life, and I've always like laughed, but I can't laugh like all the time because people. I just have to help other people. I can't be laughing like all the time, but I do. I still laugh a lot. It's more funnier in person. But yeah, I would drop one of those habits like each week and just work through what you can. I mean, maybe watch some of my videos, try to like fill in, try to do some other stuff, and try to get to the root cause of why you're doing the stuff in the first place. I work remotely for a company in the UK. Yeah. Well, that's awesome. Yeah, I mean, you probably make more money in the UK than you would in Africa, and then you get to live for like pretty easily in South Africa, which is fantastic. I mean, it's probably really nice over there and with the wildlife, depending on where you live. But why do we choose to live life if life is a struggle? It's very easy. So, like, after we die, we still live. We more so live on a mental plane. Everything, because if you really look at your reality, where everything that you experience and think you feel and emotions, they all come. Where do they come from? They come from inside your head. We are just everything is a mental game. It's literally a mental game. After you die, your mental games and frames, addictions, they go with you. You lose your body, your mind and your mental status goes with you. So we can still go to heaven, which all of us will, but to get with God, you have to have a godly mind. You have to be enlightened to go with God, basically. That's why they give us these parables and these scriptures, because they want us to have a God-like mind. Because to get with God, we have to be on his level of godliness. Yeah, the light's annoying. That's why I'm like this. I don't like having the light on. So life is a struggle because I'm gonna tell you, I can explain that very easily. In the spiritual world, we're all going towards God, even the most evil person. It's very slow in the spiritual world, very slow. Sometimes you don't get nowhere. When we pledge to take a human body, we go further down. We go further down, so in sequence it gets denser and it gets harder. But here's the catch. We can advance way faster. So we can get to God faster in the human life. That's why life is quote unquote harder. Spiritual life takes a way longer time. Which it could be easier in a spiritual life. Kinda. But it takes so long, is it really easier? Because everybody basically wants to go back with God. That's the end goal. And yeah, I was going to say something, but yeah. Talk about no man buy or sell unless he takes the mark of the beast. Nah, right when that happens is right when the world basically, like, that's when the mark of the beast falls. But I will say this about the mark of the beast, if you're still in here. I was just talking about this. I'll be posting a live about this. The devil and evil, they don't want to control everybody. And because let's just say they do control everybody. It wouldn't be no fun for him or for them. you know, the devil is a part of God too. He's just a fallen angel. We all are to some extent. Now, again, the devil doesn't, if the devil controlled everybody, he would get bored. So this is why we live in this free will type of thing, if you want to say. The devil actually pushes us out from society. He ostracizes us. He pressures us. Even though it may seem bad, he actually makes us into a better man. Because without the pressure, we would never change. We would never develop spiritually. We would never have empathy. Evil people don't feel other people's emotions and feel how they're feeling. They aren't aware. That's why they just can go do whatever they want. So the devil is not necessarily a bad thing, because the mark of the beast, he's helping us at the devil would never control everybody, even though we have that, because he wants to give you a chance. He wants to give some people a chance because it's fun. It's fun to him. The devil likes to have fun. That why do you think evil people, no matter what, everybody laughs, even whether it's for evil reasons or what. And evil, like the devil likes when people dance. That's why that's why the rituals involve dancing. Some of them. So again, the devil likes to have fun, and he would never control everybody. It's just not, because it's fun for him. You know, do you ever see like evil people in movies and cartoons? They always give the person a chance because it wouldn't be fun. And yeah, I try to help you as much as I can, Stoic. I mean, that's the whole point of my channel. Yeah, the stash. The stash is crazy, man. Definitely. You're probably not in here anymore. Yes, I am with you. Yeah, it's not even the belief, it's your state of mind. But when we talk about nirvana, when we talk about salvation, when we talk about enlightenment, all that is no thoughts. Because when you have no thoughts, then you're completely feeling, you're completely alive. Therefore, when you're completely alive, you're in tune with God. Thoughts are your only obstruction from being with God. That's why we have to minimize our thoughts and become completely still. That's why most people aren't still, basically. The cross, if we want to talk about the cross, which it's a deeper symbol meaning, like this. Vertically is spiritual. Vertical is a spiritual heaven. So when you become still, your energy's going up. It always is, but still. When we're stuck in the ego and we're messing with this plane, this earth, the density, we are stuck at the horizontal. We're stuck in the material realm. Sex, attachments, ego, greed. Yeah. Yeah. I would love to leave society. Yeah. Nita's. Are you a female? Is that a female name? For some reason that reminds me of like a female name. That name's very interesting. Yeah, thinking all the time. That's the thing about thinking, is when you think, especially if you ever see someone, they can't concentrate and they're always thinking, they're just like, they just can't even talk about a subject for like 30 seconds. They're just like, they're not evil, but they just can't focus. And focus and concentration is God. God is pure focus. We're just not taught what it really is. But once we start thinking, it's like a vicious cycle, because we talk about like all the stuff I've been talking about in the lives always connect. But I just started going live a couple of days ago. And it's really fun. Yeah, so thinking, the first rule of thinking is to understand we don't have to think. We don't have to think. There's people who think we can't even not think. But everybody experiences not thinking. Everybody experiences not thinking. Some more than others. But the fact is, you have to be aware when you're not thinking. That's where all the spirituality people, a lot of people are full of shit, basically. Most people are. Yeah, so like the first rule to not thinking is knowing we don't have to think. And when we're younger, when you're younger, you're kind of like fascinated by your thoughts, like, ooh. And no one teaches us that we don't have to think. So it's very good to learn that. Yeah, and then like, especially like people like thinking is like a good thing. It's not that it's not. Once you experience not thinking, you'll understand that thinking is the cause of all misery. It makes you miserable. It's why we separated from God. So to quiet our mind, which is pretty much the main objective all the time. That's why people like to do things. So like an artist be like, oh, I was painting a picture and I just lost track of time. They were in a flow state. They probably weren't thinking, but they aren't aware that you can take that anywhere you want. Or they just probably weren't aware. Most people aren't aware. That's the problem. That's the big problem. I appreciate you, Nadas. In South America, you can buy the best organic lamb, $6 a kilogram. Yeah, that's cheap. That's cheap. Rob, are you eating? Are you eating the lamb? Are you eating the organs? I think you've been subscribed to my channel for a long ass time, Rob. Yeah, tell me if you've been eating the organs. I gotta plug in my phone, it's about to die. Yeah, I just started going live, but I got my first super chat like 2 days ago, and people were donating money like crazy on here. What about the plane of neglecting a purpose? Well, here's the thing. We've been talking about this the last 2 days. when you live your life, and the way to live your life is following what your heart says, because everybody has had this feeling, most people aren't following their heart. Following your heart is God, because God is not a thought. That's why we can never necessarily ever, we can learn stuff, but God is a feeling. So that's why we can't think about God. Like, yeah, we can think about God, but again, the feeling of God, if we want to truly know God, we have to shut off our thinking and we have to tune in to how we feel. This is not an emotion. This is no emotion. This is to the field that's all around us. There's many ways to do this, but it's just actually feeling it. You have to actually feel your body, because there's something that's keeping you alive, which is God's presence, an energy field. So and most people aren't going to be able to feel that, because they're not prone to do that. You have to keep trying, and very few people, doesn't really work like that. That's why there are the ways to get there. That's why there's spiritual practices. But when you follow your heart, following your heart is the best thing you can do, because it's your life. It's your life. It's what you're supposed to do in your life. It's built into you. You have a GPS built into you, which is like your connection to God, basically. And feeling your heart, whether you're like have no thoughts, you can still follow your heart. And anything you neglect, that won't happen. That's all over. You don't have to question anything once you follow the heart. When the heart's always answering. Yeah, well, just there's ways to like stop thinking too. So like if you have continuous thoughts, this is a simple way, but one way that I've found that could work for like a lot of people is just like ask where this thought is going. And that should chop the thought off right there. But be aware, you gotta be aware of what happens when you're not thinking. So ask where this thought is going. That should chop it off. And you can do that anytime. The sun's coming up right now. When we put our hands together, it calms the body down. Well, the heart that's a very tricky question. The heart, are you talking about from like love or like from family? it's not a true being, but yeah, I get what you're saying. You definitely will experience that, but it's not our heart being broke is just because we don't know God. Once we know God and we stay in that essence, that field of God, we don't have a broken heart. Doesn't mean we still won't feel when people cry, and still, we still might feel. We'll have more empathy for wildlife, nature, and people. We'll feel them. We'll feel them. But again, when we are with God, it's almost people say it's like robotic. That those people are stoic. Those people they're careless. Once you experience no thoughts, and once you experience being with God, you don't want to think. You wouldn't want to think. You don't need to, because God is directing your life now. You're co-piloting with none other than God as the pilot. So the thinking games end, and you see how miserable. You'll probably see how miserable how thinking all the time messes with you. No, you're just a mis you're just misinterpreting the heart. You're just misinterpreting the heart. That's why, like, the misinterpretations with the Bible. There's so many misinterpretations. Anyone who says don't follow the heart is full of shit. That doesn't even make sense logically for someone who can think logically. Yeah, I'm probably gonna get out of here because we've been in here for like an hour. But I'll be on later, and I plan on going live a little bit more. Sorry, I didn't mean to come at you, Phoenix. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I'll turn down the light real quick. I never turn that light on. It's just that light. I just wanted you guys to see me a little bit better. I'll move this closer. Satan likes his addictions. The thing about addictions is, yeah, people like their addictions. It's it's not a God is a steady blissfulness. Addictions for the mind, yeah, your mind's like a math problem. We just talked about this. Your mind likes to create problems. It's not good or bad. A problem isn't necessarily bad. It's just that it's just like you're always thinking. That's the bad part. The nature of the mind creates a problem. We'll say a math problem. Therefore, the mind likes to answer its own problem. So it's a never-ending cycle. Satan likes his addictions. Anybody with addictions likes them because on a motion sensor of happiness and sadness, you get highs from your thinking. Thinking gives you a fake high, and then it brings you down because it can't stay at that intensity, and then it goes down. So you have to chase the addiction again. You couldn't, and then you have to go down again. When you're with God, there is no addiction. He becomes your addiction because it feels so good. It's unfathomable. You can't think about it, but maybe you can. And that happiness is steady. It's the best, and it's the most steady as long as you're in it. Yeah, a thinking idiot is painful in the heart. Yeah, it can be. Yeah, thinking is definitely painful in itself. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, you're right. You're right, Mr. Martinis. We'll go here for a couple more minutes, like 7 more minutes. I'll be going live like for the rest of the year. And like I said, in a couple days, I'm going to be with somebody else. It's good, and we're going to be shooting a bunch of videos. I'm going to be in a whole new area. It's going to be super nice. I can't wait to show you guys. So I'm looking forward to that. What was that guy's name again, having read 100 books? $100 books. Robert Greene. It's vague. I'm pretty sure a lot of people read 100 books before. Yeah, my friend will be joining the live too. They're going to be in my videos. It's going to be a very interesting dynamic. It's going to be, yeah, the person's going to be with me all the time, basically. I can't wait. I have many blessings coming. I have so many. My life has been so blessed. They come like all the blessings. They just come once they start coming. They just start coming one after another, and it doesn't seem real, but it's the best thing. I'm thankful for all that. Once we get on the path, following the heart or following God, we will get so many blessings, we can't even think about it. Like, we can't even think about all the blessings because we get so many. It's unfathomable. The logic mind cannot think of all the blessings, because what God has in store for you, He doesn't want you to know. Yeah, He doesn't want to ruin the fun. I don't know the guy that having read 100 books. Osho? Yeah, it feels better turning off the lights. I never turn on the lights. Like, I don't like turning on the lights anymore. Like, they're just, these lights I have, they're too bright. They're too bright, basically. I had some lights and I was going to shoot this outside. Like I had some nice colored lights, but I just got them too. But when I went to plug them outside, because I was going to do my lives like outside with lights that were really cool. But when I plugged them in, I guess it fried all my lights. So I didn't get to go and do that. Oh yeah. Yeah. He's crazy. He has a lot of answers about history, and he talks about, he's the only one that I know that's authentic. Everyone else is like pulling, everyone else is just like spewing nonsense. A lot of famous people, a lot of famous YouTubers, we're not going to mention any names. They are basically paid to lie. Yeah, people are paid to lie, believe it or not. Unfortunately. Jason from Archaics. Jason from Archaics. He's read so many books. He's the only one that actually has facts. I mean, some spiritual people probably know about the past too. For instance, the thing is like he talks for hours, and if you have to find something you really want specific. He talks about the pyramids, the measurements. He's like the only one. He's definitely like the best. It's just, I'm not saying it's pointless, but some of the stuff, it's just so intricate, and so it's so time consuming to watch him all the time. Yeah, and Jason definitely is developed spiritually too. Jason from Archaics. Maybe I'll post, but Jason is definitely smart. And for instance, he knows about giants. He talks about giants. He knows all about the giants. He talks about the Anunnaki. I don't even know all the stuff he talks about because like he has a whole separate page, a whole separate website you can subscribe to, and he has his own university. He's very popular. People donate hundreds, thousands of dollars to this man. And he proves like all the people, he proves like David, like Billy, whatever that dude's name, I can't even think of his name now. But he also calls out all these people like Bill Hancock, Graham Hancock, I think, Billy Carson, all those people with popular YouTube pages, like like a million basically. They're all lying. They all lie basically, and he calls all them out too, and he likes to call people out. Like you'll see he calls a lot of people out, and they know because he has an audience, and they go after they're relentless. He has an audience. He has more of an audience than the popular YouTubers. His lives have like thousands of people in it. But one of the things that he's confirmed, again, he talks a lot of numbers, but one of the things he said is like Mexicans and people from South America, they used to ride giant lizards. You know how we ride like ponies? They used to ride giant lizards, like probably the Chinese, probably not dragons are real too, but we're just talking about giant amphibians, like huge, like Komodo dragon type of lizards, basically. He talks about how this is just like a little fact. Like there's like little interesting things. It doesn't really matter though. You know, it's all a mind game. But he is spiritual too. I've heard him say, he talks about giants. Giants used to stay, I mean, there's this isn't even that long ago, but giants used to stay with us. They're just humans, but they're just really tall. And they used to, one of the interesting things that I heard him say, because he'll like say it here and there, it's just, he says a lot of shit. The giants, they used to live among humans. Yes, and we're not, but they would, like, he was saying that, like, he's found all his stuff is facts. He doesn't make up stuff, and when he does, he says it, but he rarely does that. He talks about how the giants, since they were like different physically, they had their standards of trading in the market with us small people. There were regulations between the tall people and the very small people, basically. Yeah. Do I enjoy coffee? I've never drank coffee. Jason actually drinks a whole bunch of coffee. I never drank coffee, but I love the smell of coffee. I think the smell of coffee is wonderful. I would probably just make coffee just to smell it. And but coffee, no, I never like drank it. I've drank black tea because my gram used to drink it, which close to coffee, tea. And I would drink like the black tea basically. I didn't drink it that much, but I've drank tea, which that has caffeine in it, I guess. Semen retention makes you feel like Neo in the Matrix. Yeah, semen retention is crazy. It's crazy how you don't find out about it till like later. But I guess like the young crowd is hearing about it more and more. I wish I knew about it when I was younger. Yeah, it's definitely anti-aging. Semen retention is definitely anti-aging. And it gives you energy. It makes you sleep less. And it can attract the girl of your dreams, but you can do that anyway. You don't necessarily need to do semen retention, but if you're a simple man, like a simp, they say, it can. I don't agree with masturbating, that's for sure. I don't think you should. Masturbation is not worth it. You should just get a girlfriend or whatever you want to do. Damn. Yeah, semen retention is crazy though. I've been on semen retention for like a year and a half. It's pretty much longer. I've been doing it even longer than that, but because I started at the beginning of last year. That's how I know. So the beginning of 2023 is when I started. Like when I went on that streak, my streak till now. Yeah, I appreciate you. Thanks for being in here, Mr. Martinis. I appreciate that donation. Like I said, I just started going live. I just never thought about going live before. Yeah, funny enough. And yeah, I plan on going live. I've been going live like once a day at least. Every time it's really fun. I didn't know it was going to be this much fun. And it's been really fun. Like, it's just the chat gets like real crazy sometimes. And the chat's like real crazy. But I will, like I said, my friend is going to be in here, and I'm going to be in a new location, and it's going to be more interesting because whether they want to be in the live or not, they're going to be in my videos. They're going to be helping me film. I'm going to be in a very scenic location. It's going to be crazy. It's going to be crazy, but I also have like a whole month of videos. I have a whole month of videos all the way to October. Like, and I haven't even been recording videos. Like I'll go without a week maybe sometimes without recording a video, but I have so many videos lined up. You know, I mean I'm always doing like YouTube shorts, like shorter videos, and yeah. But like even the videos that I'm going to shoot like tomorrow or next week, you're probably not going to see them till like middle October. Now, if maybe I'll post some pictures, maybe my friend, they'll be in the live, so you'll get the whole, it just be crazy, because you'll see. Yeah. Yeah, I plan on teaching spirituality like all around the country. That's coming up very soon. That's what I'm going to be doing. I'm going to be giving like teaching spirituality and then speech teaching techniques. But I appreciate that, Mr. Martinis. Hopefully I said that right, or have been saying that. I hope everyone has a blessed week. There's many blessings to come. And out of everything I said, there's one thing you can do the most, and it's to follow your heart. And let's follow our hearts and try to think less. Thanks, everyone. Dang, happy birthday. I should be gifting you, Mr. Martinis. 1964. That sounds like a world war right there or something. I appreciate you. I appreciate everyone. I appreciate everyone's beautiful questions. And yeah, I'm sorry for coming at Phoenix and saying that's bullshit, but it was. I usually just like ignore questions like that. But thank you, everybody. All right, I'll be back. You know, I'll probably be back later today. All right, I'll see everyone later. I don't want to go, but guess I gotta go.